Harbaugh now heads to Los Angeles Chargers.
Do you think anyone can predict a Jim Harbaugh speech? You're out of your damn mind.
That's a beast mode. My God.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
We have a Chargers quarterback that cusses, boys. This is dangerous.
Phillip Rivers sheds a tear.
We want to be known as world champions, and we're gonna do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than I?
Well, happy Victory Tuesday to you, folks. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
Forgive my voice. I've been yelling for the last 2 days, and I sound like crap.
You sound like you've been smoking 2 packs a day there, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of
Since you were
yelling.
12, and you were thankful for those packs. Oh, man, folks, what a game. Ups and downs, roller coaster of emotions, but we walk away with the dub, which is always what's most important.
Yeah.
And Kevin and I got to be there for the game and hang out with so many wonderful people. We got to talk about everything that happened, but I mean, most importantly, we got to talk about like our experience, what we got to enjoy as in the town of Nashville, this wild bucking bronco of a town.
Yeah.
That downtown after the game was crazy. That Boardwalk or Broadway?
Yeah.
Street that had just like bars for days. They're all 3 stories tall.
I think that was probably the coolest like away game environment because it's like all the stuff is walking distance. So I would say I can't think of a better like atmosphere, especially if you win. But even like before, we drove down there. It was like a 7-hour drive. Mm-hmm. We were singing songs, jovial,
having a great time.
My wife was with us, Josie. A lot of you got to meet her that were at the game. But we were mobbing, and then we got there and we got to go to a little pregame party at a cool spot.
Yeah, we went to Pins Mechanical Company, and that was a very cool location. I gotta say, for a game held in Tennessee for a team that's based in LA, California, holy cow, the amount of fans that showed up
was crazy.
Just to the night before party. That place was packed with Charger fans.
When we've been to a bunch of them the last like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
We've been to them and they've been really fun. But
there's been a good showing of Charger fans, but this was a big venue.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
it was full
of Charger fans.
If I was like, as soon as we walked in and it was an enormous place, I was like, tomorrow's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling because there was just so many great people, made some new friends.
Absolutely.
Got to hang out with some old ones, and it was for everyone that we saw and got to hang out with. Thank you. You made the trip special. Everyone that like thanked us for doing this stupid little podcast. That means a lot to us, and we appreciate every single one of you.
Big time. It was really quite fun. And then the day of, we get to go to the game, and we went with the Brisket Broads, sat with the Brisket Broads.
Gotta say, one of the cooler experiences. If you can go hang out with the Brisket Broads at a game, it's a good thing.
You're guaranteed a good time. Even if you're there for just a couple minutes, just getting a picture or something, you're guaranteed a good time. And it just so happened to be Heather's almost birthday. It was her birthday weekend, and she had the sign to prove it because she brought that sign to every game that she's been celebrating her birthday, and we get a win every time.
She's 4-0 with that sign.
She's 4-0 with that sign, dude.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. So anybody that's like, why are you wearing birthday hats? That's why. It was for Heather celebrating the birthday. I got my hat signed by Will Disley.
Nice.
Freaking sweet. It's sitting over there. I love it. It's in my little Charger shrine now with everything else that's been signed. God, that thing, it's crazy. Just a side note, just stepping away for a second. I'm looking at this thing. I didn't have a shrine when we started this podcast.
Yeah.
We've been doing this now for 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Stop me when I've hit it.
We started in 2019, so it's like we're on season 7 now. So we're on our 7th year of it.
So just looking at this and how this has grown, I love this. This just makes me so happy. I'll take a picture of this and post it later. But anyways, back to the game.
Yeah,
this was so cool to see. We walked. This was a game that we didn't even go to the tailgate. We were Broads were just like,
We're getting in there. Get in there
They
now.
were just like, well, and that's the thing, is a morning game. Like, there's not a lot of time to get your pre-funk on. This was like, it's a noon game. We got work to do. We got to get
shotgun and beers at 10 a.m. is a different feeling.
It's very different. So we went right in with the broads, and we were hanging out on the side for a bit, saying hey to people. Chris Hayrie, Matt Money Smith, again, Will Disley, the photographer. That's the thing, is the broads know everybody. All the staff, like, they're calling them out by their first name.
Yeah.
And so everybody's coming over to say hey. And then we migrate over to our seats and we get to start, the game start. And also, by the way, this was crazy. National anthem sung by Trace Adkins.
That dude.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I guess he had an off day.
A regular season game being sung by Trace Adkins. I mean, yeah, he must have just been like, well, I'm in the neighborhood. I guess I'll say, oh,
it was one of the better renditions of the national anthem.
Crazy.
Well, you're in Nashville. You got some musicians to pick from.
Music City. So,
but I do want to bring up one story that was hilarious, and I want to thank Heather for thinking of me while I was also thinking of her. So we're sitting in the front row, section 120. There are 2 seats next to us that were available. They were open.
Oh,
so
right.
we get there. We're there for a while. Everything's great. We're like, maybe we'll have these extra seats. This will be great.
Yeah.
Who shows up?
Dude, you can't make this up.
You can't make this shit up.
You cannot make this up.
2 hobos roll down. One of them, no, I'm just kidding. They felt like it. One of them wearing a Broncos jacket, the other one wearing a Raiders jacket.
What are you doing here?
First
dude?
of all, why are you friends? Yeah. Second of all, there's a Broncos game on right now. Why aren't you there watching your game? Thirdly, why did you
gotta sit next to Kevin?
This is not where you want to be.
You don't want to be here, pal.
So it was just like, and they wanted to start some shit.
You could tell.
They just go. So then Heather came over and sat, because I was on the end, and she like swapped with me, and I was being quiet. I was like sitting on my hands. I'm like, don't ruin her birthday. Don't ruin her birthday. Don't ruin her birthday. Kevin, don't ruin her birthday. And then she was getting annoyed, so she looked over and was just like.
She could tell.
She was pissed at them because they weren't letting it up. So
well, sure, but like she could also see that like the fuse was lit and the bomb's about to go off if something doesn't change.
I was fighting it so hard. It was the birthday aspect of it. Right. I did not want to ruin her birthday. So thank you for mitigating that possible disaster. And I wish the Broncos would have lost, but the other guy's team lost, so that's great.
So deal with that.
And the Chiefs lost. We can just say that.
The Chiefs lost too. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So that's the crazy thing. I saw ESPN posted that if the season ended right now, Chiefs would be out of the playoffs.
That's crazy.
I mean, obviously there's much more season to go, but if it ended right now, they ain't making it, which is wild to think. So we'll see how the season progresses. But when we were at the game, this was also wild. So obviously, Tennessee Titans going into this game, they're 1-7 or 1-6. Going into
6.
Yeah, they were 1-6.
Yes.
So they've only won one game, and it was so it's understandable. But when you got into the stadium and it came time for like Chargers offenses on the field. When the opposing team's offense on the field, you're supposed to get loud.
Yeah.
Start screaming, start clapping, doing anything you can, try to throw everything off. This stadium, God love them, it was the quietest.
I have never in my life experienced anything like this.
It was so freaking quiet.
And I got a little video of it, and we're gonna play it now.
Yes.
For all of our friends.
Yes.
You guys need to hear how quiet it is in here. Get ready. When this music's over, get ready. We're on offense. We are on offense. I can whisper.
It was so quiet.
It's so quiet. It was like a genie appeared. Yeah. You rubbed the lamp just enough.
There he was.
If it's quiet enough and your heart is true.
If you say his name 3 times.
Yeah.
Coach. Yeah. But you got to whisper it. Yeah, there you go. That was that. I mean, the video does not do it justice, truly. Like, there's obviously going to be a hum And it really felt like the opposite side of the stadium was probably the loudest part. So that's probably why it sounded so quiet. But it was shockingly quiet.
I felt bad. It's like when the players were running out on the field for like the introductions, there was nothing. There was no cheering. Like it felt like you're at like a Pop Warner game and like the parents didn't show up.
And the big screen went out. They're like, "Get loud, everybody! Come on!" They'd like cut to people in the fans, and they're just
sitting in their seats watching.
Yeah,
like I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Exactly.
It was wild to see. But it was, the game was what it was. I mean, there was it was a lot closer than I think anybody predicted for this to go.
Sure. Well, without the crazy pick six punt return, it's not close at all.
Well, there's 0 offensive touchdowns. Yeah. The offense could not score for the Tennessee Titans. And for us, I mean, Justin Herbert threw for 250 yards, 2 tutties. Obviously, that interception sucked. The 6 sacks is
wild.
That
hurts.
Well, that's what happens when we'll get to it. The news after this. We don't want to bring it down just yet, but yeah, it was interesting because our defense did everything we needed them to do.
They did,
like we held them to 6. So it was just those really uncharacteristic first quarter.
Yeah, including Daiyan Henley, who had himself a sack, and it was. Yeah, we'll get to that too.
An emotional play, but it's like emotional. The defense played great, and we were missing some pretty big pieces in the secondary. Yeah, I mean, you're down Tony Jefferson, Tariq Still. Like there were some guys that were not out there, and we got pressure. It felt like just at will. We were just on top of the quarterback. Odafe Owe looked really, really good.
He did.
Two. Yeah. And like every other play, he was getting a sack on that drive. Yeah. It was awesome. So
he was walking out of this because we found out like the end of the game where all the players were walking to the buses, and we were all standing there, and he came out, and we all started singing "Oh way," and he started doing like conducting as we were walking out. It was really cool. Amazing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, this was it was a great game to be at. Sitting in front with the Broads was awesome. Being there with Kevin and Josie obviously was a great time, and just walking away with a dub. You never want to make the effort. It would for all of these fans, for as many fans that showed up.
14 hours of total driving to go home.
That would have been the longest ride home
to a 1-7 team.
But we walked away with the dub, and afterwards, we went to the Nashville Underground to celebrate. With, again, just rooms full of fans, like levels of fans. Like I said, that Broadway street that's full of bars, they have multiple levels, and there's Charger fans just filling up these buildings, man.
And before we went to that, it was kind of cool. We were just walking out. We were late. We were like the last ones to leave the stadium.
Yeah, so they were like, "Get out!" We're like, "Oh, sorry."
We're like, sorry, leaving. Sorry. And then we went out and we saw like usually when players leave, it's very hidden. This stadium felt like Qualcomm, where there was like no consideration to any of this shit at all. So there's like this like really ghetto fence set up, and like you can see the players walking in and out. So we got a couple videos of some people you might like. Yes, we can have a look.
Some familiar faces.
Yeah.
There's our boy.
I love you, Justin. This sounds so stupid. He looked when I said I love you. He looked.
MVP.
And then shortly followed by.
Let's go,
last one out of the locker room.
Really think those are bags full of cookies?
Oh, they should be.
It's okay. So I got to tell you this. We'll finish this video, and then I'll tell you that.
Whoa, security guard.
Yeah.
What a douche.
Apex. Okay. Yeah. So at one point I got a chant started because the name of the team was Apex. I got Apex, no fun.
Yeah,
I got all 100 people that were there chanting that because they basically, what I gathered is they have to get like checked, like scanned because they're going on a plane. So it's like they're going through the process of like not getting like security at the airport,
right?
So they can't like go interact with people and like
Because who knows if somebody puts a powder on somebody.
We're going to hand Harbaugh a shiv for the airplane.
Not even a shiv, just like chemical warfare of some kind. Like they have to, like if they touch a fan, they have to go back around and get rescanned.
So Dicker the kicker came out and just like,
and he had to go back.
He didn't give a shit about security. He beelined over this one kid with his trading card, signed his trading card, and he's like, he did it. And he's like, I'll be back. And he went all the way back 5 minutes later.
Really?
He came back out.
Oh, they had already gone through security.
Exactly. That's why they were stopping. They're like, if you touch these people, you got to go back around. And that's why Harbaugh was like, sorry, guys, I can't.
Lame.
Like,
everyone's waiting on me. I'm late.
Thule wanted to do it too. Thule was like ready. There were so many so many players. Thule wanted to do it. I think Kamani wanted to do it. And there was a few players that were like starting to come over to like acknowledge and like mingle with us. But then they were like, oh, sorry, guys, I can't.
Apex, no fun.
Yeah.
Well, Apex doing their job.
They got to do their job, you know. They're just doing their job.
We started joking around, having fun with them at the end. They were like, "You guys are pretty fun." Like, yeah, we are. We are fun.
Come on over to the good side.
Yeah, come on over.
So, heck of a game. Obviously, great touchdowns. Justin Herbert getting his touchdown. QJ getting his. Scott Matlock.
Woo!
I didn't realize this was the first of his career. The other touchdown I must have been like a preseason touchdown or something like that. This was the first of his NFL career. And that was pretty special to see.
Yeah. Big boy touchdowns are always the best.
Yeah, that was the only like, oh shoot, was like all the touchdown stuff didn't happen in the end zone, or at least not on the corner of the end zone where we were. So we couldn't, like,
the opposite end.
Yeah, so like that was the Scott Matlock touchdown. Was like on the other one was like, yay.
Well, and then the one Justin slid in, he ran in and slid in. They literally they ended the play on our side of the field and went to the next quarter, and then the next play
they were like driving down and then like end of the quarter, like.
And we were ready for the Lambeau leap. It was a perfect Lambeau leap situation.
He would never do that.
We were fantasizing.
Let us.
Yeah. but is that the new Herbo celebration? Is the slide into third?
That's fine by me.
Take it.
Yeah, he was having fun too. They showed on the social media like him bumping and stumping for that first down, and he's down on the ground, and you just see his hand go boop, little first down.
Yeah.
But. Yes, it sucks. The big
this was the blanket of sadness that kind of
losing. Joe Alt gets hurt. We see that it's the leg of the ankle that has already been injured, and we're like, all right, then, shit, that sucks. And then we got to see him leave the stadium, which he was on crutches. Let's show that real quick. Yeah.
Never had to use crutches very often. Couldn't wait to get out of there. I felt so bad.
Yeah, he's like, just get me the freak out of here.
Yeah. So we see him leave the stadium. We see it's his ankle, because we were concerned it might have been his knee. And so seeing that it wasn't his knee was like, okay, that's a little helpful. I see Braden Fajoko talk about like, hey guys, I've seen this happen before, and there's still a chance, get a quick surgery. It's happened to me. I had a quick surgery. I was back in 3 weeks. It's like, all right, we're feeling good. All right, we might get Joe Alt back. Come to find out, no. Joe Alt.
On the drive home this morning, we found out.
Yeah, he is done for the season, undergoing season-ending ankle surgery. Son of a bitch. Really rough to see. So that's really the biggest bummer of this entire trip. We get to go there. We have so much fun. We meet all these great people, but end of Joe Alt's season, which is just shitty. That just sucks.
Yeah, it does. And it sucks because it handcuffs you now. You have to go make a move for a tackle. You have to. There's just no way. There's no way around it. Like even with the guys that you have now, you don't have enough guys.
Yeah.
If one of them goes down, then what do you have? Like you have to go make a move.
When Joe Alt got hurt, I wasn't in my seat. I was up, scrounging for food. And they didn't have many TVs at this stand. This was an old stadium, smaller stadium, felt like a college stadium. I'm not trying to throw shade, but they are building a newer stadium right next to this one, which is bigger and better.
You know what's fun? My company I work for is actually part of the project management company. We are running.
Oh, it's doing that?
Small world.
Yeah.
It looks impressive.
Breaking news, folks. You heard it here on Charge and Chat.
Love it.
Yeah. So while I'm looking for food, they're playing like, I think the radio broadcast or maybe even the TV broadcast. I'm not sure. But I can hear the guys saying, oh, and Joe Alt's down. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then they're like, who's going to be the next guy up? They don't have any more tackles. Like, there's nobody else to play tackle. So it's going to be a guard, Jamari Sawyer, to come in. I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. But that, like you said, like, there's nobody else that has a T next to their name.
Well, and the injuries are really there because, you know, the brisket prods, they ended up being at the hotel that the players were at, and they saw Jamari, who replaced him, like, walking around with a gnarly limp. Like, so the guys that are going in are not 100% right now, which is at all. So I don't know what you do. Do you get more guys off, you know, just that aren't playing?
Off where?
What do you bring in? Like,
you pull practice squad players from other teams.
I don't even think Storm Norton's available. You know what I mean?
You have to
team.
You have to make a move
up to these days. What's Dwight Feeney do?
What's Bud Heavy up to? Dan Feeney, bring him over.
Yeah. Harbaugh talking about Joe Alt said, feel bad for Joe. I know it's going to be okay. It's not going to be life altering. Feel bad for him. I think like anything in sports, it's adversity. You just do the best you can and you get better. Never give up. These three key elements. Maybe a lesser team, lesser man wouldn't find a way to do that, but that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This is not an easy thing to digest as a Charger fan.
It's not. Especially losing Slater prior to the whole season. We were supposed to have the two best tackles in the freaking league.
Yeah. Right.
And now they're both out for the season.
The only positive thing you could say with it happening when it did is that it's literally hours before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So if you needed extra motivation to maybe go get somebody that's on the last year of their deal, work something out, like it's easier to pull the trigger now if you want to be competitive at the end of the year. But as long as we have Justin, he'll find a way. It's just these games are going to get closer, you know.
Defense is going to have to grind it out. It's just hard because we'll be able to win some of these games against teams that we should beat, but you consider like going into the playoffs, the caliber of team you have to play against, you have to have more than what we have right now on the roster. If you want to seriously be competitive in the playoffs, there's just no way around it. Our offensive line right now will not be able to hang with playoff caliber teams.
The one thing I will say watching that game is like, we are built to go into the fourth quarter. Like we stayed consistent, if not got a little bump there at the end, and Tennessee came out hot and crashed. And that's just what that team is. So I think as long as our defense is keeping us in games and we're not allowing what happened in that first quarter to ever happen again, we can't have the margin for error has gotten a lot smaller without Joe Alt.
Yeah. You have to play extremely clean, good football. You can't, you can't give up pick sixes and punt returns in the same game and win.
Yeah. And we've seen the success in trades. I mean, Odafe Owe, after having 0 sacks through 5 games in Baltimore, now has 4-4 for the Chargers. The absolute difference maker. He's racked up 2 sacks just in this last game alone, 2 tackles for a loss, 4 pressures, 3 run stops. Yeah. That stop at the goal line for the defense was huge.
I believe
Elijah Molden just come flying in over the top.
Yeah, and Perriman.
Wasn't that Perriman in there too? We didn't get it. I haven't seen the game back on the broadcast. That was on the other side of the field, but I felt like Perriman was hydrated.
Yeah.
It was a big time move. And this, like Odafe playing like this, even if we don't end up re-signing him, which I hope they seriously consider doing.
Yeah.
Now the better he plays, the better that comp pick's going to be if he ends up going somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Which is what we talked about during when we made that trade and gave up a fifth. Was that a 5th rounder, 6th rounder? It's like you're going to get something better than that back if you let him walk.
Yeah. And the other big thing that came out of this was heartbreaking, bittersweet. It had every bit of emotion running through this.
For a victory episode, we're really getting sad here.
Well, we got to...
There's some tough
Joe Alt is
surrounding
pretty
the Chargers.
sad. Yeah. But the thing that was really heartbreaking to find out, we found this out too on the drive, was that Daiyan Henley's brother sadly was killed in a shooting in LA. And after you hear about that going into this game,
I didn't think he was going to play.
What is Daiyan going to do? Is this going to be in his head? Is he going to play harder? Like,
does he play?
Does he even play? Does he be like, guys, I got to go? Like,
most
this is my
people
family.
wouldn't play that game.
And to see him come out, first of all, I mean, is huge. And to see him get the sack, fall to his knees, hands up, praying. It was just super emotional. And the quote right now is, "Since I got the news, my brothers were there. Denzel Perryman was there. My coach, Navarro Bowman, also right there. Said that Jim Harbaugh and all the Chargers supported him today, and he wasn't going to let them down."
Yeah, and you heard it in the post-game interviews when they were interviewing the players in the locker room. Like, they were all talking about, especially Denzel was talking about how, we did it for Daiyan. Like, we're here for him. We did everything we could. We got him water if he needed water, anything he needed. We were on top of it today.
And they were when you play football, like, your teammates are like brothers. Like,
yeah,
the
for
stuff
sure.
you go through together. It's like, I can't imagine that'd be a better place for him to be in that situation than other brothers from different mothers that are, caring about him. So I'm glad that he got a sack. I'm glad that he's got support. I just feel terrible for him.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, and it just speaks to him as a person. He is just one of the most, like, media friendly faces on this team right now.
Right.
The fans love him. The camera loves him. He's just a fun guy, brings a ton of positive energy. And for something so terrible to happen to him in his life, and for him to come out and play and get a sack and just have the team there to lift him up, was really just a beautiful thing. Like, it's a sad moment that happened, but it's also a really kind of beautiful come together moment for this team that was really fun to see. And it was just beautiful. A beautiful way for them to end this game against the Titans. So we'll see how all of this progresses into the next game, which is a Sunday night game, right? Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Yeah.
You going to that one, Kyle?
I'm going.
Oh, boy. Prime
Special
time
jerseys
game.
too, isn't it? Is it something special?
I don't think so. I think the next one is the Raider game.
The Raiders game. Okay.
No, it's nothing special. It's just the powders on gold.
It's just powders on gold. It's nothing
Powders on
special.
gold.
Just one of the best jerseys
Just
in
one
the
of the
league.
best combos you could possibly think of. And one of the best places you can go right now, folks, is Patreon. Patreon.com/ChargerChat. We're going to be posting a little mini doc over there on Patreon. So if you want to peep it out, if you want to see all the fun shenanigans,
ridiculous shit that happened this weekend.
We got a little crazy.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch that, you definitely want to go to patreon.com/ChargerChat. And as always, you need to shout out our newest Patreon members. And this week is no different. We got to shout out Emily, and dang it, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Siloa.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome, Emily. Thank you so much for joining. And if you don't want to go to patreon.com/ChargerChat, it's totally fine. Go on over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. Chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the member section. Hey, you can ask questions and Ask Boltfam. Go check it out, chargerchat.com. And if you're watching this on a subscribable platform, just hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out. All right, folks, time to go on to the next segment. It's Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
They love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam. We start at the top with the taint tickling tickler.
Gorgeous.
Who asked the question? They lined up for the call. Fourth and short, we need it all. Took the snap, we hit the gas. Chargers pushing, breaking past. All our fans believe again. We've got that spark, my friend. Like a shocker. Chargers make it go like a shocker. Moving down the road. Gonna save the season. Power in the zone like a shocker. Yeah, taint tickles all around. O-line's lacking tight. Pushing left, then right. Defense feels that quake when the Bolts awake. LA lights shining bright. We own this zone tonight. Like a shocker. Chargers make you go, ooh, like a shocker. Like, yeah, shocker. 4th and 1, no problem. We just plug and go. Like a shocker. Yeah, we're gonna push it right through for the win. Did the refs forget their whistles, or are they just waiting for divine intervention before calling anything on the Titans' offensive line? Almost every positive play, there was hands to the face or holding. FTC, FTR, FTB, SMB, beach boobies. Oh, K-love you, bye.
Like a shocker.
Hey! All right. Well, that's the beauty and the pain of going to a live game. you don't always see the hands to the face and the plays that make you go, oh, come on.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I imagine so. If we watch back this game, we're going to be like, oh, my God.
Yeah, there weren't a ton of penalties.
Where's the flag, ref?
Yeah.
But, yeah. Did you watch the game, right, Kyle?
Yeah, so I only got to watch the second half. First half, any 10 a.m. kickoff, I'm not working at the beginning. Yeah, so I only get to watch the second half, and even then, I'm running around at OG's with my kiddo. So there's not a whole lot of uninterrupted attention.
But did you see any like errant plays where you're like, oh, geez, they're not calling holds or anything?
I didn't see anything that blatant. No, I didn't see anything too bad.
Okay,
but I trust you, Tickler.
Yeah, hey, if there's a name I can trust, it's the Taint Tickler.
Triple T.
Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to OM Run, who asked the question. How great was it to see Justin Herbert truck a guy in person? It took about a year off my life, but it was worth it.
I don't know if it was the truck or like what it did to the sideline. Like our team got fired.
Yeah, that truck that I talked about.
Tuli was losing it.
Yeah, Tuli was losing it. Derwin comes in, ooh, like flexing on the sideline just to come in, kneeling down. It fired up that.
That's a galvanizing thing because there was it was a cold game. Like we didn't come out very sharp, but like moments like that, I think galvanized them and made them, the defense go play harder.
Absolutely, and yeah, watching it in person, anytime Justin Herbert like gets like falls, like whether it's from being behind the line or because he's running and he's not sliding and he gets hit, tackled. It does make you go like you kind of take a little.
No.
Is he okay? Oh, he's okay.
He's up.
All right, we're okay.
Well, there was a minute you were panicking.
I was scared
when Hart went down.
Yeah, when Bobby Hart went down, it was on the other side of the field again. That's what sucks when you're at a live game. You're just like, somebody's laying down. Oh God, is it Justin? Oh God.
No, your vibes were like, it's him.
I was like, it's got to be him. Who else can it be? He got hit. He's got to be down. Yeah. So it was very scary. And yeah, that's another reason why we have to go make a trade. Bobby Hart going down with a groin injury. Who knows what that's going to be like going into next week. So yeah, it took some, it added a few more gray hairs to my beard there, OM Run, but it was fun to watch and to see how just tall Justin Herbert is. Like, again, he looks tall when you're there in person and when we're up in our 307 section, but like when you're down there
he's huge. On the
field level, God, he's big.
He looks like a lineman.
Yeah, he does look like he's as big as all the other linemen. Yeah, him and
Joel are like the tallest dudes on the team.
Yeah.
At least that we're out there.
Yeah. So OM Run, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Just Me, who asked the question. Which plays looked better live? The QJ over-the-shoulder catch looked good on TV.
Love that voice.
Doesn't take much.
It's a great voice. Doesn't take much. I'm a simple man.
Well, again, the QJ catch, as glorious as it was to see on TV, was on the other side of the dang field. Literally all the cool shit was happening over there.
Yeah. I didn't even know the first touchdown who that was. It was just a big body.
Right.
And it was like, is that Matlock? Like it's
when Matlock caught it. Yeah, that was just like, did he just catch that? Was that a lineman?
I genuinely thought there's no way that Q caught that ball. There's no chance. Like from our angle, that's why people are saying it's such a wild pass, because you don't see that view. Like you can't. There's no way he should have made that play.
Well, it was over the shoulder too, wasn't it?
And it was like threaded perfectly over somebody, but
perfectly over. Yeah.
It was just like from our angle, I was like that. I have more appreciation for the kind of crazy shit that he does, because as soon as you bring the camera up, even 20, 30 feet, it changes the whole like how crazy everything is down there.
Yeah. And that Keenan Allen catch, well, I don't think it ended
I wish
up being
it would have made it. It was close. He almost got
was close, but that was closer to us when that happened too. That was a pretty wild catch.
Beauty of that though is now he can tie and then beat Gates' record at home.
That's right. Yeah, we were thinking maybe this was the game that Keenan was going to break that record, but it's better to be at home.
Glad it happened the way it did.
Exactly.
Kyle can be there for it.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Big time. Just Me, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Leo, who asked the question. You ever take an ethereal shit that makes you feel 10 pounds lighter, but then you realize you're out of toilet paper? That's how it feels being a Chargers fan. With both Joe Alt out for the season now and the playoffs still in reach, how important is it for Joe Ortiz to pull off trades for linemen before the deadline? Okay, love you, bye. Muy importante.
I think we only have 5 picks next year, though, right? I saw something.
Yeah, as far as like draft capital goes, it would have to be future drafts.
Yeah, 28, 29. Take what you want. Give me a lineman.
Yeah.
Deal with it later.
Yeah, I mean it's very important. It's very important if you want to keep Justin Herbert upright. Justin Herbert is getting hit double digits every game.
It's too much.
And it's too much. It's just you're playing with fire. Like obviously Justin Herbert's a tough son of a bitch. He's totally fine getting hit and gets right back up again. The team gets him back up. But you're playing with fire where one of these times, knock on wood, that it's not gonna go well. Yeah. Or there's gonna be a straw that's gonna break a camel's back. God, I hate knocking wood so much.
Yeah, stop knocking.
I'm trying not to, but
stop talking.
I'm just telling you that's how important it is. It's like you got to protect Justin Herbert if you want that to be part of your success going into potentially the playoffs. You got to protect Justin Herbert. So absolutely, it's super important. And there's certainly some trade capital I think that we have on this team outside of just draft picks that I think could be appealing. I think I saw, because that's the things like Commanders right now. Jane Daniels had a horrific injury.
Did you see that, Kyle?
That was nasty.
That was a gnarly injury.
I've never seen an elbow explode before.
No, that was really rough to see. So they're probably looking for a QB. Who's sitting on the bench right now?
Trey Lance.
Yeah. And I think I saw that they're willing to trade some O-line guys that they have on their team.
We can get a starting offensive lineman for Trey Lance, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Sign me up.
I love Trey Lance. I love having that caliber of a quarterback sitting there waiting in case, something happens with Justin,
or you prevent the thing from happening to Justin by trading him and getting
preventative maintenance.
Yes,
that's what we call that.
This is getting your oil changed before it becomes a problem.
Yeah, don't wait for the light to come on before you make a move. Freaking take care of that as scheduled.
Yeah.
So, Leo, buddy, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Daryl 21.
Daryl,
who asked the question.
Hey guys, first off, really enjoyed seeing you, Bulldog, and you, Kevin, at the game with the Brisket Bros. Hoo-ha. Second of all, with all the injuries we've been dealing with, we're still going to watch every second of every game and cheer our asses off. Hoo-ha. Question for the week. Since we're not going anywhere, are you guys on board believing playoffs or wanting as many wins as possible and looking toward 26? Fair question, boys. Don't shoot me or poke the bear. See you guys. Okay, love you. Bye. Hoo-ha.
All right, we're already here. We're already at this point where it's like, do we try to make the playoffs, or do we want to win every game, or do we want to lose it so we get better draft position?
No, Joe Alt's a big loss, but we still have a very good football team.
We do.
That's just the fact of the matter. So we're ahead of the Chiefs. We're ahead of the Raiders. We're right there behind the Broncos. We get to play them again. So we can just keep pace, keep this going a little bit, get some guys back, get Omarion back, get some of these guys that are on the IR. I think, with our coach, we can figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully there's a trade in progress somewhere.
Yeah, you got to hope for a trade. I'm sure they're looking at free agency as well, but I feel like all the free agent guys have been scooped up at this point. Anybody else that you put in there is risky business.
No.
We got to look for teams that have nothing to play for anymore, i.e. the Tennessee Titans, or one of those teams that are willing to give up to have some more capital later.
Right. Or a team like the Commanders who have a big need at a very particular position that we have some space to work with. I think we have
one of the best backups. One of the best backups.
100%. It's a first round pick.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But it's always going to be, these guys are going to play the heart out. They got to win. Keep winning. Even, even if there's no shot, you keep trying to win.
Yeah.
For the morale of the team. Otherwise, you start losing guys. You start losing players having any faith in the coaching staff or front office or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, Daryl, buddy, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Manuelito Pedito, who asked the question. The other night, I had a wonderful dream where we had Alt at right tackle, Corey Linsley in center, and Slater in left. Who's playing guards? Was those three healthy? Does it matter? This is a very premature question, but after seeing our quarterback hit what it seems like every play, and if Ortiz doesn't do anything on Tuesday, how do you guys feel on picking Jake Slaughter, center out of Florida, in the first rounds of the upcoming draft? He rates 95% on pass protection and 83% on run plays. He's an early second-round pick, and since we're going to be picking late, we should snatch him up on the first before some other team does on the next. I'll tell you this. The next center that below him rates 85% on passing protection has 10 lower than Slaughter. And how cool would it be to have Slaughter on the back of a Chargers jersey? Oh, especially a navy one.
Got me.
Slaughter on the navy. Yeah. I don't know college ball as much, but if these numbers are accurate,
I'll tell you what, I am going to be actively looking at as much college football offensive lineman tape and everything leading up to next year as possible, because that is something we need. Toot sweet.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's where we have to go. We know that that's what's due now. I mean, we do it every year. Like, we're picking linemen early every draft, so it's gonna happen. And yeah, we're not. I mean, I don't know what world we run it back with the center we have in for year 3. So it's going to be a position that needs to be filled. Why not fill it early? Even if you have to reach a little bit, like you said, hopefully we're picking at the bottom. Hopefully we're picking last in the draft. And then you take that guy early first instead of, he's not going to be there late second. So you get the guy that you need, which I don't know. It's always scary whether you draft by need or you draft by best player available. It's tricky because you don't want to reach, but you have the guys that you need.
Yeah, I just linemen the first 3 rounds, please. I'll take 3 first round, second round, third round linemen. After that, go nuts. Best player available, but we gotta. If for nothing else, just on depth alone, like to have some quality players sitting there ready to play, like the guy that we drafted this year, Benson Taylor. I don't even know what's going on with him.
No.
So it's like, so it's like we gotta put more effort, I think, on the offensive line personally. But hey, I'm not Joe Ortiz. I don't know how it works. I'm not a GM, but that's what I want. Manuelito Pedito, thank you for asking the question. Moving on now to Andrew Ramsey, who asked the question. Why can't we have nice things? I'm beginning to think there's a method to the madness, that one day all this pent-up energy will come out in such a beautiful way. Don't you agree? Okay, love you, bye. Out of the ashes will rise a phoenix.
This is the positive vibe I'm looking for, Andrew.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, let's make the best of this terrible thing that happened. And who knows, maybe something special will happen.
If you strike us down, we will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
See. So, yes, one day this will all be worth it. All this pain and suffering will be worth it.
You promise?
Yeah, we'll look back on this and laugh.
I promise.
We'll look back on episode 439 and go, what fools we were crying about Joe Alt. Oh, what a time.
Yeah.
Andrew Ramsey, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athir Kadir.
Kadir.
Who asked the question?
Chad and my lovely Bolt fam. Wow, that was close, baby. The good news, our defense is humming last week, which I'm happy to see, baby. Second, I have a request. Kevin, my baby, what happened to our Bolt Insight? We have a bye week coming and we need Matt Money Smith back on the show, baby. Now to my questions. Yes, Utah, give me 2, baby. First question, what is the key for our O-line to slow down Pittsburgh pass rush to give Herbie time, baby? And the second question, what does our defense need to slow down Pittsburgh passing game? We start with my lovely Coach Kyle, followed by amazing and awesome friend Kevin, and we finish with my baby, my love, my heart, my life, Bulldog, baby! Bold prediction, primetime Herbo, 402 total yards, 3 touchdowns, Bolt win 31-27, baby!
That is bold of you. Bold and spicy, and I like it. 402 total yards. I mean, that's the thing, dude. Justin Herbert was the leading rusher in this last game.
Yep.
57 rushing yards. My God.
Yeah. On 9 carries.
What a beast.
a lot.
So, but that's not the question. The question's first, what is the key for our O-line to slow down Pittsburgh and the pass rush to give Herbie time?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're trying to slow down a pass rush, it's going to be a quick passing game and the running game. Got to get the ball out of his hands fast. Slow down the pass rush with. I love screen game. It's not ever been a part of what we do. I mean, we just don't really run a lot of, especially running back screens. We just don't really try it. Mm-hmm. I always call for it, and you never see it. But I think it's gonna have to be the quick passing game, getting the ball to Gadsden, Keenan, Ladd underneath, and then you have to be able to establish the run early. You have to win first down. Like you can't be in 3rd and longs or you're screwed. Our offensive line will be screwed if it's 3rd and long, and they know they can pin their ears back, bring blitzes, and they're gonna make Herbert's life really, really tough. The other thing that we just never do that I don't know why it's never a thing is getting Herbert out of the pocket, like getting him on those naked boots or just on a designed rollout where he's getting extra blockers over to the side. Yeah, it shifts the defensive coverage, but it protects Justin so much, makes it a lot easier to throw it away because you're already out of the pocket, and it also allows him to run and get a couple of yards if he can. So I'd love to see us have a little bit more intentionality about getting him out of the pocket.
Just to jump off something you were saying, I think it's interesting, the idea that, when we didn't have Alt, when we had that little run where he wasn't playing for us and we weren't doing well, Gadsden wasn't a factor yet. Right. I think that outlet and him, I think is going to really, really help this offense now that we don't have Joe Alt.
Yeah. And then as far as the defense slowing down Pittsburgh's passing game,
just got to hit the old man. Just got to hit him.
I mean, we've seen
hit
how
him in the
well
chops.
Yeah. Go for the jugular.
Yeah.
We've seen how well this defensive line has been at getting to the quarterback.
And he's a pocket guy. He's not running anymore. He will move a little. Like he doesn't even take like snap. We watched a game when I made a bet on him, and he didn't even take the snap for like the center sneak. Like they barely want him touching the ball. They just want him to throw. So if you can collapse the pocket and get him pressure, we could have a really fun, decent little game against Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely. And having guys like Khalil Mack, Dafe Owe, Thule out there to bring that kind of pressure, that would be ideal.
Yep.
And we'd love to have Matt Money Smith back on here for sure.
Yeah, so work's been absolutely insane the last 3 months. So now things are slowing down. My hope is to bring back Fan Focus and hopefully a Bolt Insider too. Sweet. So I will now focus more attention on those segments.
They're coming back, baby.
Yeah,
I'm here for it. There you go with Theo, buddy. Thank you for asking the question, and we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis, who asked the question,
what's up, cadets? Another Sunday, another nail biter, another fucking win for the Chargers. I don't know about you, soldiers, but I was so fucking bolted up for that game. My bolt went a little limp during the Herbert pick 6, but came back more raging than ever for each TD he scored. That Mortal Kombat style Liu Kang flying kick for the TD almost caused my bolt to explode. Let's fucking go, cadets. My first question is directed to you, coach. What the are we gonna do without Joe All? Like, seriously, cadet. If you had one wish for a trade you could make Joe Ortiz do, what would it be? We need fucking help at O-line, and we need it bad. My second question is directed to you, Kev. What did it taste like, soldier? Was it sweet? Was it fulfilling? Did it make you feel good all over? That sweet fucking taste of victory? A road game, soldier. A road game win that you went to. What was one moment you had with the brisket broads and Wool Dog that maybe you haven't mentioned yet? Give us the play-by-play, soldier. And my last question is directed to you, Wool Dog. What did it feel like? Did it send tremors of joy down your arms? Did your fingertips become erect with passion? Did your lightning bolt explode with a power unknown to mankind? What did the thrill of victory feel like walking out of the stadium? Tell us a funny moment that happened on the way out of the stadium. As always, the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys, and suck my butt.
All right.
Well done, Tony.
Well done, Tony. I almost passed out on that one. That was a lot. There's a lot of exclamation points, and that can only get so intense. But, yeah, it was a hell of a game to go to. But the first question is directed at you, Coach. What are we going to do without Joe Alt? And what is a wish trade you could make Joe Ortiz do? If you
I think it's gonna take other people stepping up to be able to. I don't know. You can't replace Joe Alt. We know that. Like we know how good of a player he is, how much of an impact he makes. You look at our record with him, without him, it's clear. We're not going to be the same team. It's going to take the coaches getting creative and other guys stepping up around him. They're just going to have to be really, really good. So it's not like an easy answer. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to maintain the level of play that we've had so far. But they're going to give it everything they got, and they're going to have to be creative as coaches and maybe think outside of the box a little bit here. But as far as like a ideal trade, there's a lot of guys because of Joe Alt's news this morning, everyone doing these trade deadline mocks of what the ideal fits are. There's a lot of names going around now. I really don't know. I think anybody you're going to get is going to be a guy. It's going to be a guy. It's not going to be a dude. On my list, on my level of players, there's dudes,
guy, not a dude,
and there's guys. Yeah, you're not going to be. I mean, you're just not gonna. What team? Even if a bro would be probably in the middle between a dude and a guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so maybe you get a bro in there. It's just I don't want to set us up for unrealistic expectations of what's going to happen at the trade deadline. Yeah. We're not going to go get a Pro Bowler. The teams are just not going to trade it. Even if you suck, you're not going to go trade a Pro Bowl lineman. It's not going to happen. So I just want some depth, because if one of the guys, I think the five you have now, Jamari's going to be at left. You're going to have Pipkins at right. Hopefully Mackay comes back and your middle is all the same as when we started the season. But after those guys, like you don't have much. So we need some depth pieces. Give me a B- and then some kind of a trade that's decent with negligible draft capital that we have to give up, and let's rock and roll. I don't set yourself up to expect that we're going to go get somebody huge. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's one I saw. So I had some time on the drive. We had 7 hours, and I was looking at some of the names of like more specifically guys on like the last year of their deal, where there's not going to be like a lot of commitment to it. Because ideally next year we know who our tackles are. This is like a 1 year fix it situation. And the name that's been kind of tossed around is Jack Conklin from Cleveland. I think he could be a really decent upgrade over all the guys that we would put out there at tackle. So that would be one that I'm one of the more excited ones, that if they could pull something off. And you've seen what Cleveland does. They trade quarterbacks in division right before they just don't make any sense. So maybe we can fleece them a little bit.
Excellent. All right, Kev. What is one moment you had with the Broads and me that maybe you haven't mentioned yet?
Well, there was a lot, but there was a crazy one where we were all there. We met up, and you guys might have remember her. Her name was Kaja. We interviewed her for Fan Focus a year ago. She's a German fan, and she was there, and we met her. And then we also met her now fiance, Garrett, who is an awesome guy, and they met on Chargers Twitter. And they're love came together. He's in the military and they're engaged now. So when we heard that story, and then he when they were first starting to talk, he gave her a pep talk about coming on our show for the interview because she was nervous. So we helped bring them together, and that's
awesome.
That blew my mind. So that was amazing. And then there's just so much shit you're gonna see on this that little documentary we're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
So the specific moment where the Brisket Broads try and lure us into their van with candy. That is very, very creepily perfect.
They lured us into the van because we wanted a ride back to the Airbnb.
Yes.
They didn't just do it to do it. Yeah, we wanted a ride.
And it got really fun.
And it got out of hand.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
And congrats to the newly engaged couple.
Absolutely.
You guys are awesome. Glad to meet you guys.
Love hearing love happen because of the Chargers. That is sweet. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And as far as a funny moment that happened on the way out of the stadium, there wasn't necessarily a funny moment necessarily that happened. I mean, because we got out of the stadium, we were waving at players as they were leaving. One of the funnier things was they started to open the gates as the players were leaving, and Kevin's like, I'm gonna get up on this little roadblock cinder piece.
Yeah.
And I got a couple of pictures of him and the Broads are dancing off to the side as the buses leave. And but because Kevin is standing on this giant cinder, he was given a birthday hat as well, where he had it. Made it look more like a cod piece, because now it's now it's at eye level. I can't help but see it. And so
do you want to just show everyone?
I mean, if you got the picture ready, I think
grab it.
We can do that real quick.
Cheese and rice.
There you go. Even Heather's pointing at it
oh. I was definitely up there, and definitely forgot that party hat got squished and looks like a cover.
Kevin wears his party hats a little differently than the rest of you. So there you go.
He likes the party.
He does like the party, and he shows it. He's not afraid to show it. So there you go. Yeah, funny times. And like Kevin said, our mini doc is going to have everything from top to bottom, left to right, all of the shenanigans we got into. But thank you, Tony, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions. And Ask Boltfam, we greatly appreciate it. Great dub, great win. Now we got to go into prime time against Pittsburgh, and we'll talk about it all on the Friday episode. But I think that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
Hopefully something cool happens tomorrow. Or when you're listening, something cool happen. Hey, we're good at this.
We're good at this.
We are good at this.
We drop.
This is one thing we can do.
Shit happens. The one thing we can do for you guys.
Yeah, if there's anything that we're consistent with is dropping an episode right before something cool happens. So if you're listening to this, check Twitter, because something cool might have just happened.
Yeah, immediately go look.
And one final thing, actually, I do want to say, this will be the day after when this comes out, but I do want to say happy birthday, Jen, to you. Birthday. I think she posted that she's 55 now. You don't look a day over 30, Jen. Happy freaking birthday. Huge supporter of the podcast, especially in the earlier days. And we love and thank you for all of your support. But that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up, because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Ever found yourself asking, am I a dude, a guy, or just a bro? Well, wonder no more. Introducing Kyle's Dude Guy Bro at-home test kit. Are you a dude casually enjoying life and the occasional pizza? A guy with responsibilities like paying bills and pretending to understand taxes? Or a bro always ready to throw down a fist bump at a moment's notice? For just 5 easy payments of $29.95, you can find out today. So why wait? Order Kyle's Dude Guy Bro at-home test kit and discover your true broness.